Yo, what's going on, guys? So I'm gonna be showing you guys how to get entries and how to like wait for confirmation, and I'll do like a how to get really good entries in another video, but this is gonna be like what waiting for confirmation means. And you guys probably have heard of waiting for confirmation a ton. So I'm gonna basically explain what this means. Make sure to like, subscribe, turn on notifications if you guys enjoy these videos, and yeah, let's get started. So waiting for confirmation, you've probably heard it a ton. Like I said, sorry, I'm repeating myself. That basically means you do not want to. So say you see a pattern, and I'll go over patterns in another video. So say you pretend this is a fake pattern. This is a double bottom. So say you do not see any of these candles, and you see it bounce off this, and then you see this red candle right here, and then you see this red candle right here. As soon as you see this red candle, maybe you think, oh, it bounced off this level before, so I'm gonna buy calls, or I'm going to buy shares right here because I think it's going to bounce. That is not waiting for confirmation. Waiting for confirmation basically means seeing a green candle seeing a candle that respects your thesis after it happens. So we see it hold this level, but we don't know if it's going to bounce. Like there could easily be a red candle that cuts through this, but then we see this nice green candle. So this is a little better confirmation. And then we could enter on this candle with a stop loss under 371.79, right? So this candle represents confirmation, and like it's very important to look for confirmation because you can easily get burned. So I'll show you an example of how I got burned earlier. If we go to Apple, it was right here, and I had an alert at the 150 mark, and the 150 is a psychological resistance level. It's a major level for Apple, and I saw this starting to wick over this 150 level, and I saw this volume, and I really like this volume. But I did not wait for the 5-minute candle close. And I tried jumping in calls right here as soon as it passed 150, expecting to hold the level, but the candles never closed over. And you want to wait for a 5-minute candle close over the breakout level for confirmation. If you try to guess before the candle closes, and you want to use the 5-minute for this, by the way, like if you're scalping or if you're taking a day trade, the 5 minutes the best in my opinion. If you're swing trading, maybe that you want to use a daily, but for the 5-minute, you want to see a candle close over this 150 line. You want to see it over this 150 breakout line, because that tells you that 150 will be the resistance will turn into support, and it'll tell you that as soon as it passes 150, it likely will have a hard time going back under 150. So we see it past 150, but we don't see it close over, and we see weakness, and these wicks on these candles show weakness. So I tried jumping the gun a little bit, and I got burned. I didn't really get burned that bad because I just sold after I saw it didn't close over. I sold around here. But you always want to wait for the 5-minute close. And maybe if you do have a little extra cash and you are green on the day, and a loss won't hurt you that much, like a small loss won't hurt you. Sometimes I do try to beat confirmation, but it's very risky. And sometimes if you do beat confirmation, you get more of the move rather than waiting for a 5-minute candle close and then going in, because it would already be up if it closed over the 5-minute, right? So you want to wait for the 5-minute candle close over this breakout level. I didn't wait, and as you can see, I got faked out. The wicks went over, but it never closed, and then we see it go back down again. Same thing right here. It goes back up to this 150 level. It doesn't close over, but it does go over for a second, falls right back down again, doesn't close over, and then finally we see it close over. We see it close over this line. This is the time to go long, and then your stop loss would be at the 5-minute candle close is under. So we look, and this 5-minute candle does not close back under. This red candle doesn't close back under, so you wouldn't get stopped out. If it did close under, I would get out. And then we see this is basically called the retest. A lot of times when a candle breaks resistance, it turns into support, and then it usually retests that line, then bounces again. That's exactly what we see here. So we see the retest, and then we see it go up, and that move was all made by watching this 5-minute close of this candle. And then we see this line again, acts as resistance again. It gets rejected right here, and then rejected here end of the day. So 150 is a major level for Apple. A lot of times if you look at the order book, I can't see right now, but if you look at the order book, a lot of times there's giant walls at these like resistance levels or these psychological resistance levels. So 150 is a psych resistance level and a big resistance level for Apple. We've seen it struggle a lot near the 150 mark. So that's just something to keep in mind. I'll go over one more example. Let's go to SPY. So if you look at SPY, it was in a downtrend right here. Like it was in an uptrend for the day, but right here is in a micro downtrend. So we see it in this micro downtrend, and if you want to take calls, waiting for confirmation would be waiting for a close above this line. So as you can see, this doesn't close over the line, so you wouldn't take calls, but this does. But by the time this closes over the line, it's already 20 cents up, so you might miss a move. So that's why sometimes I'll try to beat confirmation, but it's only if I'm green in the day. If I'm red in the day, I play it really safe, and I will enter after the 5-minute closes. And even if the 5-minute candle closes way up here sometimes and it still doesn't close, I will still wait and not take the trade. And usually if it is up a certain amount already and the 5-minute candle doesn't close, I'll usually just go to a different setup and look for like another A++ setup. And this is something I called an A+ setup because simple downtrend break, and we saw a nice break off of it, and it broke high of day as well. So this is another resistance. The high of day was a resistance, breaks high of day, so that was a nice move. So waiting for confirmation of this situation would be entering after the 5-minute candle closes over this line. So we see it close over this line. We see a retest of this line. A lot of times you will see retest, and then keeps going up. So that's another example of waiting for confirmation. There's many more examples I can show you guys. I'll probably go over them in other videos if I'm showing you guys other examples, just off to the side. You can wait for, you need to wait for confirmation off bounces. So if you think somebody's going to bounce, wait till you actually see an initial green candle of a bounce. So say you think it's going to go bounce here, do not buy calls on this red candle. Buy calls after you see this green candle. That's just another example of waiting for confirmation after a bounce. So, and then if you did wait for confirmation and you entered, your stop loss would be under that key level you're looking at. But make sure the 5-minute candle closes under that key level. If it doesn't close under, do not cut the trade. So, because a lot of times it does bounce back up. So that is an example of waiting for confirmation. I went over 3 in this video, I think. We'll probably go over more small ones and other ones, but hopefully you guys understand what waiting for confirmation means. I'll go over how to get good entries in other videos. For options, it can be tough to get good entries, especially if it's on the move and then dips back down a second thing and goes up. But I'll show you guys how to get good entries for like really fast moving penny stocks with a ton of volume, because some people do market orders on there and then they're already down initially. So I'll show you guys how to get good entries for both options and shares in the future. Maybe tomorrow's video. Actually, yeah, that will be tomorrow's video. So expect that. And other than that, hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to use my Webull referral link. Tell your friends if they're trying to get in the stocks to look at these videos. Subscribe, turn on notifications, comment, like, blah, blah, blah. All right, that's it. Have a good night, guys.